what is the greatest glute exercise, for the booty?
Hint, it's not what you think. Come on, I had to say that, although it's probably true. Whew. Happy spring! I'm Chip Conrad with Body Tribe, and it's raining, and it's wonderful. And I'm outside like I usually am to get my move on and my groove on and my strength on. And I'm hoping you're doing the same, taking your strength and taking your ability, and getting out. Not living for the gym, but using the gym to go live. If your social media is anything like mine, you've got a bunch of people showing off their butt, or showing off their workouts for their butt, or showing off their programs for their butt, or your butt, or anybody's butt. There seems to be an Instagram post or Facebook page every few minutes about what the greatest glute exercise is. And I've seen so many videos about how to activate your glutes better that involve all sorts of stuff. Multiple bands and gizmos and tools and objects and whatever. And I'm not gonna make any great claims to being the glute guy because I'm pretty sure Brett Contreras already has a monopoly on that. But I have some things to say about our derrieres and all the exercises and programs that are aimed at it. So is there a greatest glute exercise? That's tricky territory. First of all, and no one will be surprised to hear me say this, there isn't one. Let me clarify. It may behoove us to stop seeking the best glute exercise and understand how to find them for any exercise. And this is a big case for training in general. That we're constantly busy searching for the exercise that's gonna do the thing to us instead of learning just how to do the thing. The thing being finding a particular muscle group and activating it. Don't worry, we've got a little glutination exercise today, a little booty booster, if you know what I mean. But it works best, as do any booty movement, if you know how to find your booty already. Hell, you can turn a push-up into a glute exercise. I want people who are hanging and swinging and doing pull-ups to find their butt. It's sort of a major awareness conquest that we can learn, but not through having the exercise do the thing for us, if that makes sense. In other words, if we're not building a connection with our okoles, that one was from my Hawaiian friends, then no matter what you do with and to your butt, you're missing out on the big picture, on the big purpose, on the key ingredients to empowerment and embodiment. In other words, a glute exercise, a glute-specific exercise, does not automatically connect you with your glutes. It simply does the thing for you, to you. It actually works the glutes without you needing to really participate in any sort of embodiment or awareness. It takes some work. Everybody's gonna find their booty differently. Their own booties. Not other people's booties. I don't know why I'm saying it, booties. Meanwhile, if you learn to find that particular muscle group, in this case, the butt, there is so much more performance potential, hypertrophy potential, overall skill building potential that you don't have to rely on an exercise. And the exercises that are specifically meant for that body part have a much greater level of potency. Let's build that awareness and embodiment all over. So then we can actually take that out of the gym and go do stuff better, safer, with greater longevity of this system, our body, and we build a better relationship with it. You do not have to be convinced or led by any of the programming propaganda to believe that there's something you should be doing that you're currently not. Focus instead on finding the booty, your booty, not other people's booties, or at least only with their consent. So with that in mind, we're gonna talk about the 1.5 leg good morning. And I know what you're thinking, why 1.5 legs? Well, I've mentioned this in lots of other videos where we do 1.5 leg exercises. If you take the leg completely out, there's a good chance you're gonna turn your hips in a way that your spine doesn't like during the movement, no matter how conscious and aware you are of trying to keep your hips square. So we put one foot slightly back. The leg just hangs there. The knee's in the same place it would be if the foot were flat, but you're gonna lift the foot, put the toes down into the ground, and try to keep your weight off that foot. It helps keep your hips square, but you're not putting a lot of weight or emphasis on that leg, so the other side is doing the majority of the work. It's not exactly 1.5 legs, it's more of a spectrum. Sometimes that foot might need to help a lot more, sometimes you can practically lift it off the ground. Let's take a look at how this works. It's a classic hip hinge. which is a misnomer, because although you're hinging at the hips, the actual emphasis of the exercise is the extension of the hips. It should be called hip extension. We're going to thank the kettlebell world for giving us that whole concept of hinging. The hinging is not the important part, as long as you keep a good shape. It's coming out of the hinge. That's like saying a bicep curl is actually the extension of the elbow, not the bending of the elbow. Or a bench press is lowering the bar, not raising the bar. It's the hip extension, but it does start with a hip hinge to get into that extension. I'm going light. It's not like you take a good morning and you cut it by 75% or something like that. There's no magical ratio. Just go a lot lighter to begin with and work your way up, you know, like with any movement. And by the way, it's kind of cold right now. Solid body position. You're not losing your spine at any point. You're not trying to bend your knee much, only to allow for a little bit more hip movement, perhaps. Thank you for watching. Thank you for inspiring, because you do. Thank you, Rain, for joining me today. Remember, there's a bunch of little buttons down below. I hope you can click. If you'd like to have this conversation further, please come to one of my upcoming workshops on the West Coast. I'll put a list of them here. I'll see you again soon. And remember, you matter. Treat yourself accordingly.
This video is sponsored by This Stuff, made by the folks who brought you this stuff, so I can do this stuff. Vital plus AFA means do more stuff. Get this stuff in the link below, plus use my 10% discount code.